welcome to the Life Happens podcast. I'm your host, Grace. And as you know, the Life Happens podcast is a podcast where we take our spirituality, everyday practical things to create this beautiful balance that you guys see, right? The title today is Dating versus Meetup. Who pays? Not me. But anyway, before we get into that topic, let me introduce my co-host. And we have a guest today, y'all. Hey, girl. Can you yes, Maria?
Oh, I hear you. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Oh no, you're fine. Um, Kim, it's been 2 weeks. Haven't seen you.
I know it's been 2 weeks. What is going on? What is going on? I have so
No,
much going on, getting ready for the summer. I know everybody out there is getting ready for the summer, what they're going to do, their plans. I'm trying to get all my vacations scheduled.
where do you
Okay.
plan to go?
I'm going to Mexico. I'm going to Las Vegas.
Hold up. But with everything going on, you can go to Mexico right now. You ain't scared.
My daughter lives in Mexico, so I'm going to help her move.
Okay, yeah, never mind. Never mind. I hear you.
So yeah, just a lot of stuff going on. I mean, just getting, like I said, getting ready for the summer. It's like everything's like. I know you guys feel the same way, especially you guys who have little kids who are getting out of school. I don't have little kids in school, so I remember those days though, where you had trying to figure out what you're gonna do for the summer with your kids. Yeah, I don't have
Yeah,
that anymore.
mine get out on May 25th, and the day they get out, their grandparents will be in town from Boston, and they're picking their asses up.
Oh, I love it.
Bye, bye. That's how I feel about that. They're picking them up and they're taking them.
How long are they gonna take them for?
Girl, I don't care. Well, camp starts in June. I said, hey, hi.
I love it. I love
I
it.
can't stand them at the moment. I love them, but I can't stand them.
Hey, you need a break. Everybody needs a break. Summer break. Yay, summer break. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Felicia, girl.
Hey. How y'all doing?
Good. Great.
We're talking about what? Summer plans?
Summer plans. What y'all doing?
Well, it'll be my 25th anniversary, so we're going to Hawaii.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Ooh,
Yeah,
fun.
and it's a couple of things. It's a couple other things. I'm trying to get to that Usher concert in Las Vegas too this summer. That's on my agenda. And my agenda does not include any of my children, but my son's going to be traveling anyway, and my kids are going to be working. So there you go.
Nice. What about you, Tonya?
I don't really have any plans, honestly. I'm in transition to a new job, and it looks like that's going to probably take my life here pretty soon. When I go in on it. So, I mean,
Right.
really, this is my daughter's last summer. She's going to be a senior next year, and she works, and my son has nothing but like camps and football and all that stuff lined up for the summer. So, he'll be playing sports, and I'm trying to move back to Dallas. So, it's going to be, yeah, kind of overwhelmed.
I feel you because you had a lot going on.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Congratulations on the new job, Tanya.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. Good opportunity. Good opportunity. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot of work though. It's gonna be a lot of work, and then like this whole transitioning out here hasn't been the easiest thing. So like I'm back and forth between here and there, and then like being out here, I need to find somewhere to live.
Right.
Oh.
Are you driving every day?
No, no. I've been kind of couch surfing. Like, okay, yeah. So this is the second week, but by the 1st of June, my ideal situation is I can find a roommate because I have to keep, I got to stay in both places, and I just, I'm not in a position to like just pay everywhere, just live everywhere in the world. So, oh wow, that's about right. So I'm, ideal situation I can find a roommate and things like that, and just. That hasn't been going so well either. So
if anybody's looking for roommates, but you gotta be a freaking female, no men, because if you don't put that disclaimer, girl.
I know, and I've been learning the hard way too. Like they say it, but it's like
Yeah, come now. You know how.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like I could handle it being with a male, living, but keep your boundaries.
No,
And remember, I
Keep
pay
your
to live here
boundaries.
too. You stay over there, I stay over here.
yeah,
I
but
could do it.
oh, that shit's not gonna work. Because you, first of all, then you a bit. I can't walk around the house with no bra on. I gotta dress like. Nah, I'm not doing all that.
Oh, see, I didn't think about all that.
Well, they should need to come off. Otherwise, no, I can't. Mess around.
I didn't think about that.
I mean, you want to be comfortable, like so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we have a special guest today. This is my girl Maria. We've known each other
Hi.
forever.
Oh, Tom Warner Maria.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Yeah.
Maria, tell them a little about yourself, girl.
Oh my gosh. I'm originally from Omaha, Nebraska. Moved here about 15. This month will be like my 15-year anniversary. I
Oh, wow.
moved to Dallas. So had never been here before. The Lord led me here actually. And he put it in my heart to move here like my senior year. And I took a detour, but eventually I got here
Right.
in 2008. So yeah.
Oh, wow.
3 kids, 7 grandkids, and
Wow.
And she's so young, right? Baby, please.
thank you, Jesus. That's it, though.
Okay, guys, the topic dating versus meetup. I want to read the difference between dating versus meetup before we start discussing this video. Y'all, you'll watch the video, right? It's trash. Okay. So, meeting is action. It's about doing, discussing, or evaluating important decisions or in your personal life or business. But a date is like playing. It's about rest and relaxation, smiles, laughs, some unwind time, and no major decision topics. That's what Google says. And I was like, so the question I want to ask you guys: what is dating versus meetup to you guys before we watch the video? We'll start with you, Tonya. What do you think is what's dating to you, and what's meetup?
Okay, a meetup is to me going to be a business meeting. Like, okay, we're going to meet up. I'm gonna go home, and I don't know. It's to me, we're just meeting, which means if you know,
Honey,
We
you
lost
can't.
you.
Yeah, we can't.
She got
Yes,
froze.
you know,
She's
I'm going
freezing.
with this. Like to me, a meetup would.
Yeah, she's froze.
Yeah, she's frozen. Okay, Felicia, what is dating versus meetup to you?
Um, to what she said, to start with the meetup. A meetup is just you're gonna meet 2 platonic people meeting for a certain cause. Maybe we're meeting up for a book club, or we're meeting up for a business meeting, or we're meeting up just to discuss something, a particular topic, or what have you. But it's more of a platonic thing. Dating is a get to know you. Let's go out. I'm interested in dating you or being with you on a personal level, not just to discuss a certain topic or to be a formal. It's like an informal meeting to get to know each other. That's what I think dating is.
Okay, so let me tell you. Well, before I tell you this, Maria, what is it to you? What is dating versus meetup?
Meetup is for me just I'll meet you there.
Right.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I will do that with a date, even though
Me too,
I haven't been out on a date since 2019. But yeah, I will meet you there. You can't find out where I live because people might be crazy. But but basically, yeah. Meetup is just, hey, I'll meet you there. But not necessarily like, hey, he wants to get to know me. Like, let's just meet up.
Right.
Like, date, definitely. He made plans for me, right? So he made plans. It's time for the job interview.
Right. True. He made the plans. I like a man that says, "Let's go out," and then plans it.
Right.
It tells me where to meet him. That shit right there, that's hot.
Right. I mean, especially if he pays attention and knows what you like. Especially, man, if he pays attention and then he makes the plans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got some points. You're starting at 80. Because
Right.
you got your full points. Because you don't have to act sometimes. Hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Dating
I
versus
think the difference between dating and meetup has to do with expectations.
that's
Um,
good.
I think that when you go out on a date, there's an expectation to you like me, I like you. We're trying to get to know each other to form some sort of to see if we like each other, see if we gel. You know what I'm saying? But I think when you meet up with someone, it's like it could be a group of people meeting up. I wouldn't
Right.
consider it as far as dating, like you wanting to enter into a relationship, because I just think that that's situational. I just don't think, you know. So
Yeah, I like what you said. Uh, the expectation parts, you're right, separates what,
yeah,
and the intention,
Right.
the intention. So I think there is a difference between meetup and dates. So you'll know that once upon a time, let me stop lying. So I'm on several dating sites, okay? I don't necessarily go on dates with people on the dating site. Sometimes, but not consistently. I met this guy one time, and we met at a park first because his pictures look like, oh, okay, but he we were not the same race, and I feel like we needed to meet up first. And I had no issue with any race, but I was like, what's the word? I was dipping my toes into some water, and I wanted to see, right? So we meet
hmm
at this park. Meet at this park. It's daylight. It's daylight. He asked me, "Do you want me to bring you coffee?" I said, "Hell no," because I said, "No, I don't know if you might put something in the coffee. No, no, no. I'll bring my own
yeah,
coffee,
you don't do that. I get my
Mm-mm.
own.
and you bring your own coffee, and then whatever." Anyway, so I met him, and when he got out of his car, I said, "Dear God, this ain't gonna work." But that was the meetup, right? Great guy, good conversation, interesting, but hell no. Now, had I gone to dinner with him and that was been the date, I'll be thinking, oh my God, you got 30 minutes. You see what I'm saying? So to me, I like that expectation, like you said, but I also like to have sometimes meet up with some of them or we FaceTime. And that's the meetup. Because I need to see all your freckles on your face. I need to see what you look like.
Right.
Because I have been catfished. Okay. I have been catfished. My teeth, white. And I was distraught. Because it wasn't just like little bad. It was bad, like corona bad. I'm not even kidding. And I mean,
So Robbie, you don't do blind dates.
girl, I can't. Oh, child. There's so much I want to say right now, but sometimes when people are watching, you don't have people's feelings. You know what I'm saying? No, no, ma'am. I'm not doing blind dates. I can't. It would. Didn't you try to set me up on a blind date? And I said, yeah, I'll go, and then I refused. Didn't that?
I'll
Mm-mm.
do a blind date.
I don't know though. That makes me nervous.
My cousins are married. My cousin Haskell and Cheryl, they met on a blind date. So it
Oh,
works sometimes.
okay. Eric says a meetup is to get a visual assessment. Yes, Eric, you're right. I assessed that quickly. Okay, it was not for me. Drinks, coffee, and or short in timeline. Yes, it was short. Dating is compatibility assessment, conversation, sharing expectations, commonalities, alignments, etc. And I know I sound harsh, guys. I know that, but I was married for 20 years. I'm not settling. I no, I have even settled in dating in the past, and then realized afterwards, oh, child, Jesus can save you again. I swear, like every time I'm about to step, I get picked up at the back of my shirt like this and set down. Sit your ass. We almost making decisions. I'm like, why do you feel so safe? Bye
You know, I already know. Mm-mm.
yeah.
No. So
Girl,
look, if I don't trust blind dates, especially if somebody's. I had somebody do that to me years ago, like back in I want to say like 2009. Why was this man an alcoholic?
damn.
Like I met him at the movie, like at the movies. We were supposed to go to the movies, and he was already drunk.
Oh God,
And
no.
he kept
Oh
leaving the movie.
no.
He kept leaving the movie to go get more liquor at the bar.
No.
You know the bar
Maria,
where
he
you
needed
get
that
the
liquid
bars?
courage. He needed liquid courage to
No,
Now he
he
need
didn't.
courage.
He didn't need any women courage.
I used to go on a lot of blind dates. That's shocking.
Never again. First
I,
and last.
I,
Don't try to hook me up.
I went on 2 actual blind. Well, I'll say 2.5 because my husband was a semi-blind date,
But
but
that
he
was,
wasn't a blind date. Like
but
when
that
we first met, I was at my friend's house and he liked me and he told my friend that he liked me. And she was like, it was like several people, it was like a lot of people there. And I was like, well, who was it? And she was like, somebody wants to meet you. And I was like, who? And she's like, the guy at my house. And I was like, which one? And she says, well, it was probably like 5 of them there. So I didn't know which one he was. And
Which one
honestly, I
was
really
it?
wasn't paying any attention to any of them. So,
Right.
And then she says, well, come to the party. You'll meet him at the party. And I met him at the party. So, yeah.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
cool.
William was a blind date, I would say. I talked to him on the phone first.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You know what, y'all? And this sounds so bad, and God help me. I don't like to be on the phone for long periods of time. I really don't. I got so much stuff to do in my life. I cannot be on the phone for freaking hours. And if I am, normally if it's over, I can really start hearing the bullshit anyway. Then I know I'm not going to waste my time, which I think is a good.
You like, yeah.
I got something to do.
Yeah, I got something to do. I got something to do.
Y'all, if I start scrolling on Facebook while they're talking, you are boring me.
Oh,
Bye.
that's bad.
It is
I'm,
bad.
I'm a
Can we get to the
communicator.
tape so we can talk about it? The
Okay.
video?
Yeah,
Uh,
let's do that.
Eric said you got to pay attention, Felicia. Girl, yes, you do.
Attention.
You paid attention as the husband. So.
But I wasn't looking for a man.
Right. Okay, so
Right.
How the hell do you invite me on a date and don't pay for my food?
Really? You put the phone out?
Yeah, I put my phone out.
This steak is so good. That's cool.
If you invite somebody, don't y'all expect them to pay for your food? You
Baby,
invited me here.
Don't you expect it? Like, I don't pay for women if I can't touch them. Y'all look like y'all think because you pretty, I'm supposed to be just cashing my money.
The point of the date is to get to know each other.
We didn't know each other. I'm gonna eat. You pay for your food. I pay for my own food, right?
That wasn't part of the. When you invited me on a date, I expected you to pay. I don't have any money, and I told you that. You still gonna sit here and eat in front of me?
Why would you come to a date with no money?
I thought you was gonna pay. You invited me. I didn't make plans. You made the plans. You made the plans. You should have the money.
No, you said we should go out to eat. I said, okay, cool.
No.
We're going out to eat.
No. But who slid in who DMs?
That's fine.
You wanted me. Am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong?
I'm just tired of these broke trying to use.
Nah,
I ain't saying you. I'm saying these broke are trying to use their money, thinking they.
But you put me in the same category as them.
I'm not paying you category anyway. You need to. I don't know. So it's still good though.
I thought you was playing at first, but you're really not gonna buy me no food. And you're really not gonna take me
You
home. You want me to sit here and stare at you while you eat?
I'm saying we having dinner.
No, you having dinner. I'm sitting here looking stupid.
You ain't got nobody that can catch.
Can we just talk about that dry ass piece of steak, please?
And what was he eating it on? The top, the lid or something? I'm like, come on. Brother at Denny's, I'm thinking.
Did we look at his fingernails? Sir, bye. But I mean, who would like to start? Because she pissed me off. I'm not even pissed off at him.
No?
Because, Kim, we allow people to treat us like shit. We allow that. We have a say-so in that. She allowed that shit. And she's sitting there freaking begging.
She was misinformed. She was misinformed. That sister was misinformed.
Girl, okay, Kim, let's start with you because this man, my scalp is itching.
Well, I think the dude has been through some trauma with women, first of all. He's taking the trauma out on every woman that he tries to date. And I think that's so tacky to sit and eat in front of somebody and not offer them to buy their food. And I think that if you this is my thinking. If you ask me out, then that means you're going to pay. I don't care if I go out to eat with one of my girlfriends. If she invites me out, I'm not talking about a date. Hey, let's get together this Friday. Do you want to have lunch? Sure. We go sit down for lunch. When the bill come, I look like you invited me. Now, if I call my friend, I'm talking about my girlfriends. If I tell my girlfriend, hey, I want you to come to lunch, I don't expect her to pay because I'm inviting her. That's just the way that I work. That's just the way I think.
A lot of people
So for
don't.
him to ask her out, and I'm thinking if she had said, hey, let's go to the movies, would he not have bought her ticket into the movie?
He would not have because he wasn't able to touch her. He's looking for prostitutes. They, he
That was
wants,
crazy. Somebody
no,
he can touch.
yeah, and then hold on. You want me to have sex with you after you eat that dry ass steak, which first of all, you know, wait, I don't know what restaurant. That looks like Denny's or something. Number
I
one.
know.
The steak is this thin, guys. The steak is this thin, overcooked and dry.
It was dry. It was well done. Ew.
I mean, and then he's talking about referring to women as hoes. You are disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said, "Oh, you gonna buy me no food? Don't get your ass up." And you can't afford $15 because clearly wherever you are, that's not a high end place.
It's
No.
still a lot of unanswered questions about this whole video. Was this your first date? It sounded like it was their first date. Did he feel like he was being catfished? Like you got there and you didn't look like your picture, and he was like, no. Is that the issue? So it's a lot of little questions that are unanswered. But at the end of the day, when he said, I'm not paying for your food, I'll be like, okay, well, have a great day and have a great life, because this will be the last time you'll see me. So take a picture, because I'm calling the Uber and I'm out. I'm not gonna, it's foolish of me to sit there. You know how precious time is to waste 1, 2, 3, 5, 20 hour of my time dealing with you? That's that's a no. And that's like a self-love thing. Like, no, I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna buy me nothing to eat. I'm not gonna sit here and watch. And first of all, foremost, ladies, don't ever go anywhere broke without Uber money. You just don't do that.
Yeah, you don't do that. And I don't
And
think
I'm
she
like,
was
okay,
broke.
is this your first date? And he picked you up at your house? Like, what? I'm trying to understand.
I didn't even like his voice. I didn't even
I
like
don't
his
think she was broke though. I think she's just saying she was broke. She didn't have no
she
money.
was broke. She sounded like she was begging. Maria, what do you think?
She was begging.
She was doing too much begging. Like, girl, like once he said at the beginning what he said, there's no reason to go back and forth
At all.
So exit to the left,
Right?
like, exit stage.
Like, I'm not gonna debate you. Goodbye.
Right. There's
Right.
nothing, like, if he wanted to, he would have. You can't force a man to do anything that he doesn't want to. So if he wants you, he gonna do it. He gonna show it, right? If he wanted to pay, he would have done it. So he didn't want to. Don't argue with him. With him. Just
at all.
Away.
Eric says, wait, now we know there's a segment of women that use dates just to get a meal. Absolutely. We're coming to that. The dating concept.
That's getting bad now. A lot of women look at dates just to eat.
Yes.
That's horrible.
That's terrible. And new millennial minds approach things counter to the traditional norms and culture. Absolutely. And I think, and I was going to come to that because I was like, maybe this has happened to him so many times and he is done. Right? That's the other side of the coin.
Why date?
Right.
Why ask somebody out? I showed this video. Go ahead.
He wants coochie. Because he said, if I can't touch you, so he thought that she was going to sleep with him for that dry ass piece of meat. Bye.
But I showed my son this video. He's 17 for reference. And he was like, that's weird. Going out on a date to eat. Who does that? Nobody does that anymore. And I'm like, what do you mean? I think you learn a lot about a person when you eat with them. And he was like, that's weird. That's weird. I was like, so what do you consider a good date? And his idea of a good day, go bowling, go putt-putt, go do this, go do that, not go eat. He just thinks going out to eat is weird. And I thought that was weird, that he thought it was weird. Wow. But he was like, that's weird going out to eat, watching each other chew, this. And my husband was like, you learn a lot about a person when you go out to eat. Like, how do they treat the wait staff? Do they tip? What you learn a lot about a person when you go out to eat. But he thinks going out to eat on the first date is weird. He said it's already a weird situation. If you're doing activity, it makes it less weird. but to sit and chew and drink and smack and it's like but
I get PJ right. I get it. That makes sense.
It actually makes sense what he's saying, though. It actually does.
What
make
if what if they chew their food like a cow? Like
Yeah.
their whole
Right.
mouth goes around.
Yeah.
exactly.
What if they
Would it
snort?
be- Go ahead.
What if Maria? Remember that dude that I was talking to at one point, and he used to suck down his snorts. Remember? Yo, so he had
And
allergies.
that snorting.
Yeah, so you people have
Snorting and the scraping of the throat. Oh my god, I can't stand that.
but he used to do it like so repetitively. Like I was like, oh my god, I know his breath has to stink.
You were so disgusted.
I was, like he used to make me like want to vomit
Yeah.
in my mouth and swallow it because because you don't. It was and you were short. Like you had two shit against you.
Right. Read the comment when you get a chance.
He was so short. He really
Would
was.
it be weird to get the parameters before the date? Like, okay, he asked you on date. Okay, or who's paying? Like, are we going Dutch? Can you do that? I mean, is that too weird to say that at the beginning while you're going out to date? Like, so there's no confusion.
There shouldn't be confusion. If you are dating the right man, okay, the men that approach me, I never have this issue. It's not to say that I wouldn't pay for dates. I wouldn't pay for first dates, but I would pay for dates.
Right.
I mean, I don't have like what she went through. I've never experienced it. Girl, back. And first of all, I wouldn't even be videotaping that shit. What? As soon as I saw the location, I would have known. And your fingernails.
But okay, go ahead and read the comments.
Okay.
Robbie.
I don't care with that, but I can understand his logic. I will tell my daughters to simply get up and leave. Period. Yes.
Right. Exactly. And see, and that's what I told my son. You're a putt, you eventually get hungry. He said, but by that time we've built a rapport and we've gotten to know one another, and it's not as awkward. And I was like, okay, well, 17-year-old making a little sense. But yeah, no, I would have been out. I don't, but I've always had that mentality of I don't like wasting my time. And I've never had that issue with the guy, but I haven't also dated a guy in this
that caliber.
In this dating pool. So I wouldn't know.
Felicia, say it right.
It's really bad out here.
So I wouldn't know.
Now, mind you, I said I haven't been out on a date since 2019, so I'm sure it's probably worse. And that was the first and only date.
Yeah,
since 2016. I hadn't been on one since 2016. So 16 to 2019, and now none. Like, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never experienced that. Like, I don't know if someone can form their lips and say that bullshit to me and me sit through that.
No.
And first of all, I have my own money.
I'd rather you say, let's meet for coffee.
I'd rather do that.
Because you can just sit and talk. Because what you want to do is have a conversation.
Right. I mean, even I've had dates at the park, like where a guy said, hey, can we meet? I want to take you to this park. It was in the Fort Worth. It's called the Water Gardens. We sat out there, we talked, we got to know one another. So it's not always about, and I understand where guys are coming from, these girls want to go out to eat and spend money and blah, blah, blah. But that's the dating pool that we're in now. But, if you got a real girl, and apparently if you want to date my son, you're going to have to put your tennis shoes on because the days he's talking about, you're not getting dressed up.
Right.
So, yeah.
Eric said it's a prerequisite for the younger demographic and in this new age of dating. Oh God, yes. I mean, has this ever happened to any of y'all? No, I know Felicia said no. Maria, and right?
No.
And
I don't think I've ever paid for a date, like going out and paying. So that'd be really weird for me to do that.
I've never paid for a first date, but see, I also cook as well. So this is the thing. In dating, when you're dating somebody, I guess dating and marriage, all this stuff is transactional, right? Everything is transactional. Normally, you do something, I do this, we do different things, but I just have never been treated that way. And I can be.
And then what makes it even worse for me is that I'm a contractor, and with my company, like the account holder always invites me to lunch, and I never pay, and it's always a man, and it's kind of even weird. I know that it's a business meeting, but I still don't even pay for that. So why would I pay for you trying to get to know me? To me,
I
that doesn't
know.
make sense.
No, you're trying to get to know me. You're
Right.
trying to get to know me.
I always
And
feel like whoever initiated it. And majority of the time,
Exactly.
I've never asked a man out, but
no, never asked a
you
man on
know,
a date.
I've always been
And
asked. So
apparently
I
he's
never had
interested.
to. Now, when I was in a relationship years ago, I did attempt to pay one time because it's like, when am I going to pay? At least once. They was like, your money ain't good here. I got this. I'm a man. Let me be a man.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, hey,
But
Yeah,
that's a
and
man.
right,
yeah, that's good too. I'll do other things if you don't want me to pay, but I'm gonna do something.
right.
What you
Because
gonna do?
I would have to because I'm a giver.
I'm not talking about like I'll do something because my love language, right? And then I'll find out what your love language is, and then that's because I watch people, I see what the need is, and I like to fulfill a need if I
Right.
see it or whatever it is. So there's many ways to go about this thing. I'm just
But I
saying.
think in this, and this is what I was telling one of my friends, I think in this age, in this time, you get familiar with people so fast because of FaceTime. So you're really having that first initial date right there on the phone, FaceTime.
You're
I'm
right.
seeing you, I'm
Yep.
talking to you face to face. So
On
you've kind of
Snapchat.
already
Yeah.
broken that ice a little bit. So I guess,
But Felicia, you don't smell breath over FaceTime chat.
I
I'm
know
just
so many people that have met each other over Snapchat or met each other over Instagram.
Wait. I was so the only part that like I loved about the pandemic was the mask because I was like, now those people with halitosis are gonna be able to see. They're gonna see what they're putting us through.
they're gonna see what everybody's dealing with.
Yes, like oh my gosh, like floss,
I
brush your
mean,
teeth, like floss.
but
Mouthwash.
sometimes,
Right.
listen, I went on a date during pandemic, guys, and he had a mask on, and I smelled his breath through the mask.
Oh
Oh
no, that's a peace out.
There
I'm
was
it ain't
pizza.
nothing that's gonna help your breath through a mask. No, no.
that's really
Thought
bad.
I was tripping. I thought I was tripping. He was a nice looking man. I said, "Oh my God, Jesus, you came through." He did not come through. he was,
Oh my goodness.
and then I hope he's not listening. Never mind. Let me not.
He doesn't know
Never,
you talking about him.
nah, he doesn't know that I was say some very specific thing that he
Oh
told me.
no, don't get too
Yeah, I
specific.
know.
Yeah, don't get specific.
Yeah, I'll be real. Yeah, I mean, I have
But what would you have done in that instance, Rabia? If you were out on the date, he's eating, what would you have done?
got my ass up. Wait, I'm not videotaping it. I
You
mean,
wouldn't tell him you wouldn't tell him about himself?
you know I would. Come on now, you know I would. But
Yes.
yeah, I would. But I would get my ass up because first of all, when you came at me, you probably most people I meet anyway, or go on a date with, we FaceTimed, we exchange sometimes our social media, so we know what each other does. So if you watch my stuff, you're gonna know what's up. And
Right.
you know that you can't treat me a certain way.
Right. Right.
Mm,
But I
yes,
think it comes down to that, why okay, you slid into my DMs. Apparently he wanted to talk to her or get to know her better
he was.
because he slid into her DMs.
Mhm.
So at this point, I'm like, what's the problem? Why is she gold digging? She didn't slide into your DM. You slid into her DM. So why would you put her in a category with these other women that have used you for food or whatever? And if you felt like that, I really think, I really do believe and think if you feel like it's food, you're like, well, no, I don't want to go out to eat. Let's do this. If you feel
Yes,
like women are trying
exactly.
to use you for food, you know what I mean? Put
Don't go
yourself
out
in
to
a more
eat.
comfortable place.
And don't
And
go out to eat and don't embarrass them because that's embarrassing.
clean your
Right.
nails, sir, because you ain't touching me with them talons. But
That's
anyway,
embarrassing to sit there and eat and look at the other person like I'm not paying for your food. That's
she
embarrassing.
she was doing too much by even having this conversation and saying, "Oh, you're gonna just sit there and I'm gonna watch you eat." No, you chose to stay there. I'm sure. Get your ass up. And why did you let this man even come to your house to pick you up, sis? You
I
shouldn't have known
know.
that you stayed. You know, one time I went on the stage, right? I met him at Papados, and he ordered the drink for me before I came there. I didn't drink that shit. Like he said he was an alpha male. Boy, bye. You could have put some alpha bullshit in my drink. Like I don't
Why
know.
would you do that?
I don't know why people like. I appreciate that. I didn't appreciate, but I appreciate people that like they'll say, "Okay, meet me at this place at this time," blah blah blah, and I meet them there. I like that. Please do that. Don't stop doing it, guys. Okay, continue, but don't order my drink. Like to me, that's too much because what's happening nowadays? You can meet people on dating site and they can take you to their house and kill you.
Well,
Yeah.
and then a solution to that is if he says, "Hey, I want you to try this drink," and y'all are there together, and he orders, that's different. But like you said, don't have a drink at the table waiting
Have
on
a drink at the table. Have the coffee sitting on the table when you walk in.
Yeah.
That's how you
Hey.
No.
And then my ex is an alcoholic, right? And he proceeded to down 4 crowns and cokes. I knew that shit was not gonna work. Okay. And then he walks me to my car and then tries to put his lips on me. Sir,
All kinds of wrong. No.
No.
like no. And to me, he was just too forward. Actually, don't try to
Yeah.
kiss. Like, and then you drank 4. Now he, of course, he doesn't know my trauma, where I come from. But those things we need to be watching, right? But
Right.
it seemed like he
Right.
was normal, even after the drinking and stuff like that. But I'm certain that if he didn't drink that much, he wouldn't have probably tried to kiss me.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I was not in my feminine energy, y'all. I was acting like a straight up ninja because I was like, "You gonna make me fight?" I already knew I'm gonna fight you.
Oh Lord. But in the comments, the comments he has, huh, Kim? You're not getting to know them as
What does that
well.
mean?
So what was that about?
Yes, yes, I am getting to know them as well. You are right. I am getting to know them as well. But they asked me out on a date. So they have, yes.
Guys, Eric, that bad breath is for. I don't understand. I don't think people brush their tongues and go to the freaking dentist.
They need to scrape it.
Scrape. Who? I mean, doesn't everybody have a tongue scraper? I mean, and
Yeah.
Jesus, you didn't smell your own breath behind that mask. I was so disappointed, y'all. It traumatized. No.
Mhm.
Maybe he had a doo-doo mint before y'all met. I don't know. That's nasty.
But he was
Mhm.
old,
Or
y'all.
you
He was like in his
I
50s.
agree.
He was in his 50s.
Mhm.
No.
definitely should know better.
You
Yeah.
would think. Eric says, facts, Felicia. The one planning needs to plan their comfort level.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been on really nice dates, but I've also been on dates that I'm like, I'm never gonna see your ass again. And it wasn't me going on a date thinking, oh well, he's gonna pay, and I'm trying to. I don't have that mentality anyway. I don't go into anything with those thoughts.
Have you ever got up and walked out on a date?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. You
Yeah,
have?
yes, ma'am.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm gonna let you walk to your car before I get to my car and drive off because you're gonna follow me.
I
I
was on,
mean,
yeah. I was on a first date with this guy in college. I will never forget. He had ordered some mozzarella sticks. And we were sitting there talking, having good conversation, and they had some ranch, some marinara sauce, and he dipped his mozzarella stick in the ranch, and he says, "Ooh, what does this remind you of?" I said, "Going home," and I left.
Ooh, no, no, sir. No, sir.
Uh-uh. You do it too much. I
No.
just met you. You're doing
That
way
was
too.
that,
We're
that
not
was way
even
too much.
there yet.
Sis. Come
You're at
on.
the appetizer. We're not even. No, sir.
Felicia, I gotta do that.
That's funny.
I
So
was like, okay.
so
But that was my boundaries. It was like, no,
that's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
because
You
when you
nasty.
start a
You
certain, and
nasty.
you know,
Goodbye.
I didn't understand it growing up, but my mama said when you start a certain way, you have to continue that. Like if you tell everybody, "Oh, my daughter makes all A's on her report card," when she makes that F, you gonna have to talk about that F as well. So if you start with a person a certain way, and he can talk to you like this and that, it's gonna always continue, and the relationship is gonna be built on that. And it's like, no, I don't have time for that.
Eric said, a waiting drink, that's a kidnapper move. I know.
Yeah.
That's a kidnapping move.
Hey, David.
I mean, I just did not feel comfortable. And then
Mm-mm.
next then like afterwards, I was like, nah. And he was like, where do you work? I'll come. Boy, bye. Don't work.
You don't need to know where I live or where I work.
You ain't never gonna see me again in your life.
Mm-mm.
It was just I don't. And to me, I don't like men that are forward. That's slow your roll. If I like you, you're gonna know.
You're right.
Right.
When they start off sexually, I don't like that. It puts
Yeah, that mannish stuff, they can keep that. It's different if we're together and we've been together. Talk to me, however, like, be mannish, because that's how we can play. But not when you're trying to get to know me. That's no, take that pervertedness somewhere else.
Yeah, because the thing of it is, if you just want to have sex, say you just want to have sex, then I can excuse myself because that's not how I'm rolling at this moment.
Yeah. That's what you do when you're in the relationship. You play and be silly or whatever.
Exactly.
But no, you don't know me. No.
Exactly.
And then I get thinking when men say certain things, like when I used to work in the office, I used to hear guys talk about, different women and stuff like that. And I'm like thinking to myself, as a man, what did you say to make her say or do whatever? Because you are a hoe. I mean, it's a lot of men out there that are doing a lot of stuff like, oh, I told her I'll do this and do that. And it's like, oh, so that's what you do. Like, you do this to everybody. It's not even, you do that to everybody.
And nobody wants an everybody.
No, it's like the neighborhood bite. Everybody
if anybody will do for you, I don't want you. Like, no.
Yeah, and especially those women that want to perform oral sex on you from the time they meet you. First of all, what woman have you said that to? And secondly, you're trying to kiss me on the first date.
No,
I don't know where your mouth.
No, that's
I don't know where your mouth been, boy. You know.
Because, no, listen, it could have been somebody else's coochie the night before, and she could have TV or some shit, and you.
Right.
No.
And that may be why that breath smells like that.
There you go.
David said, "Let's face it, community dick for real."
Yeah.
That's called a dirty dick. Nobody wants a dirty dick.
Everybody has a past, and I get that.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not judging because of your past. That's your business.
Right.
How you use yourself, but don't come at me like that.
The dates you have in high school should be very different from the dates you have as an adult.
Agreed.
Extremely different.
But you know what? It's working, so they keep at it because it's working.
Right.
Why stop? I mean, I may not get this one, but you better believe I'm gonna get the next one.
Yeah, that mentality hasn't changed. Some people just haven't matured, so that they keep that same, level of mentality, that childish junior high stuff.
And you know what? Some of their mentality hasn't changed, but their expectations have changed. They want women to be different, but you're talking to women like high schoolers. It's like, boy, gone. Ain't nobody got time for you.
Yeah. Don't be giving me no yes, no, maybe, no.
No, that doesn't work.
You, it's working. It's working on somebody.
They need to go be with that somebody is working on.
Like, you just gotta be direct. Just be direct.
But if you ask the woman on the date, period, whether she suggests food, whether you suggest food, you should pay as a man. That's what I teach my son, point blank, period. If a woman ever comes here and says, your son took me out on a date and he didn't pay, that's going to be me and him. Because that is just, to me, proper etiquette. If you go on a date with the woman for the first time, you should be paying.
Right.
Yeah. Because I'm like, you want to establish yourself as the man in the relationship. If you're making her pay, you're not the man. We friends going out to eat. You're not the man in the relationship. And you can't go back and demand it later. If you don't start off with it, you can't go back and demand it later.
That's so true. That's so true.
David says, music isn't helping how women speak to a woman. That's a different topic. That's a freaking fact.
Yes. We need that old R&B music back, because this garbage today.
Oh, the girls are just as bad as the boys. Like what they be saying. It's like, oh my, let me grab my pearls.
Yeah, they are beyond.
Not grab the pearls. But you know what? Men are very inconsistent nowadays. The inconsistency for me, I can't deal with it. Like, okay, but I want to talk about texting for a minute. Okay. People think that if a man doesn't text you all day, every day, he's not into you. That is not true. If I just meet you, I don't want you to text me all day, every freaking day, sir. What do you do for work?
Right.
How are you on the phone with me? And okay, and honestly, I don't need good morning every day. I don't. Now, if I'm dealing with somebody, I need to hear your voice maybe every 3 to 5 days. You can text, we can send each other memes. I'm good with it. But damn, I don't want to be on the phone for hours every freaking day. Been there, done that, and got tired of you. No,
Let me tell you something. I don't want no man that can go 2 or 3 days without talking to me. He got to
I
be into me, and that's just me. You go 3 days without talking to me, that means you ain't into me.
no, but we're talking in between. But I'm talking about having a conversation like every. I mean,
Yeah.
talking about, for me, that's where I'm at right now. I don't want to talk to you every day. I guess I haven't met anybody I want to talk to every day. Let me just be honest.
That's
I guess
true.
I think that's it.
That's
I
true.
have to have
Because when you
conversation.
do,
I need
you'll be wanting to
conversation.
talk to him all the time.
I
I
need
guess
conversation. If I text you, if I whatever, you need to text me back. It can't be no 3 days later. You get
no, no,
back.
no, no, no. I'm not
You
saying
can't
text
do that.
later, but you don't have to like respond immediately. I don't need that for me.
If he has a job, then it probably he won't be able to. I mean, sometimes you got to get real. Like
Look, he
Robbie was
better
saying,
have a
you can't
job.
talk every day. If the man got a dang on job, let him do his job. You're not trying to get
Yeah.
fired, trying to talk to me and text me, But yeah, I don't want nobody that feel like, oh, she'll be all right. Okay,
Oh
no.
no, not like that.
I don't know. William talked to me when I was dating William. When William got off work, William would call me. William
Yep.
would call me every day. Talk to me. How was your day? Blah blah
But
blah.
William likes to talk though.
That's true.
Okay,
My
guys,
husband's not like that.
I gotta play the commercial, the McDonald's commercial. So we're gonna go to commercial, guys. One moment, please.
Okay.
This episode of Life Happens is brought to you by Mickey D's. The realest conversations always happen in the Mickey D's booth. All the best nights out end with a bite from Mickey D's. A full car ordering in the Mickey D's drive-thru with what you want is just the right amount of chaos. Mickey D's is the affordable answer to taking the whole fam out to dinner. Everyone's got their own Mickey D's moments. Go on and make more delicious memories.
Okay, so let me ask you something. You, Felicia. The
Ooh,
date,
me.
yes, the date that the guy was dipping the mozzarella stick. How old were you at this point? Were you still in college?
I was early 20s, 20, maybe 20. He was older. He was like 23, maybe a couple years older, but I was like right at 20. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, wow.
Mm-hmm.
William wasn't your first boyfriend, right?
What did I do? What now?
No, Kim. William wasn't your first boyfriend, right?
No, he wasn't.
So had you dated other people besides William? I mean, like in business relationships?
I did. I dated one boy in high school. And then in college, I dated a couple of people, went on a couple of dates, had a serious relationship in college, but that lasted for like maybe a year. And then we broke up. But yeah, no, William wasn't, yeah, no, I dated a lot. I met William after college. So,
Okay. So you were like more mature at that point.
yeah.
Every I'm sure that goes under we have to tolerate. What we tolerate. He's talking about the music.
Full life before I got hooked up with Patrick.
Go ahead, Felicia.
I dated a drug dealer. I dated an engineering major. I dated a lawyer. I had a full life. I mean, I didn't sleep with all the people, but I dated a lot of people.
You dated a lot of people.
I dated a lot of people. Like dating to me, because when I was the first years of my college years, I was very wholesome, extremely wholesome. So those first years, it was just dates. It was no hanky panky, clutch your pearls. But I had a full dating life. I even dated a DJ that's on the radio today. So I had a full life.
Okay.
That's good though.
Robbie, did you date a lot before Nick?
In South Africa, I dated.
Oh,
Mm.
it was very innocent because of who my family was. If I was caught in the street with somebody, they'd be like, "Isn't that Mrs. Wood's daughter?" And before I got to the freaking house.
Oh wow.
Couldn't do nothing.
Now, one time, anyway, never mind. But yeah,
Good.
the one that used to kiss behind the high school. But I was just boys.
Mm.
I
Okay.
mean,
Ooh.
yeah, but it was innocent though. It wasn't like doing like anything.
Yeah.
After my divorce, I didn't date for a while. I was healing. I met a few people that could possibly be serious, and then it didn't work out. But I also think I wasn't ready.
Mhm.
If I'm honest, when I think back on it now. But now I'm in the space of I want to really live. And so when I meet people, I enjoy them because I don't think about why it won't work or things that happened in the past. I make sure I'm present and I stay present. And sometimes it's not easy to do because, when you used, anxiety is a motherfucker. So you used to, but I tell myself, no, sis,
Yeah.
don't try to create false narratives and run the man off. So what I do is I stay present and I'm actually enjoying this space. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm enjoying this space. And I don't belong to nobody but Jesus. But
What about you, Maria?
Yep.
I was married like at a young age. I'm writing a book. I was forced to be married. We'll say that. So I was married for like 11 years. And look at Felicia's face.
I'm like, wow.
You was forced.
I need to read this book. Sounds juicy.
you guys know this? Yes.
I'm
Hey,
writing a
CJ.
Hey CJ, but yeah, anywho, so married, then I dated after my divorce, was with somebody for like 5 years, but wasn't ready to commit, moved on. I moved here, I was engaged for a short while. The person wanted to get engaged quickly or marry me, I guess because I was celibate. They were trying to, you see what I mean? They wanted, I wasn't gonna you know what I'm talking about, Robbie, but anyway, I broke off that engagement not long after. I think we got engaged like in April, and I think I broke off the engagement like it was around my birthday time, like June. It wasn't that long. We weren't engaged that long. So yeah. Then then my last one was the reason why I'm still single now.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He was married. I didn't know he was married. Jesus told me he was married. Remember, Robbie?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, he I didn't know because he lived like out in where was it? Midlothian or somewhere, way out. So he claimed he worked nights. I was at the time mourning my father had just passed away. So I was kind of like in one of those depression type where I didn't want to go anywhere, just go to work and come home. So yeah, his grandfather basically got sick, and I guess what I think he did is told his like wife he was moving to New York to take care of his grandfather, but he actually brought his grandfather here, and we were both taking care of his grandfather. Something didn't seem right to me, because look at Kim's face. So I ended up praying. I asked the Lord. I was like, something's not right. Like, I mean, there's a lot of parts that I'm missing in there, but I'm just like giving a quick. So basically, the Lord showed me in a dream, because he shows me a lot of dreams, a lot of stuff. And so I asked him, and he was like, "Yeah, I was married." I'm like, what? So packed my stuff and was gone. I
bet you did. Good for you, girl.
I left. We were in a $500,000 house, and I walked away without, like, half of that money should have been mine. That house should have been sold, and I should have took half, but I didn't want nothing. I'm leaving.
Wow.
I'll take my piece, because that deceit, I can't do it. Once you deceive me, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I get it.
Anytime somebody shows you that they're that type of person that they don't care who they hurt, because they're too selfish to get what they want, it's time to go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
David says there's too much work on his part. Who does that?
Yes.
I mean,
thank you. Who does that? Like,
the devil. the devil reincarnates. That's who.
Right.
That's a lot of work. That's a
And
lot
and to
of
take advantage of somebody's vulnerability when they're mourning their father's death, right?
Wow.
So, like, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
that's a
and
lot of
there was a lot of
deception.
things that I dropped the ball on, but it's because I wasn't mentally. I really wasn't mentally like even like I thought about it like later, and I was like, damn, all the signs was there, but I was not resonating with me because I was in mourning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That makes absolute sense. That how
Yeah,
you.
it does.
yeah,
But I love how the Lord will just like drop something in you, and you like. I have been in situations where I would just have a fleeting thought. I always say it's a fleeting thought. And when I don't ignore it and I start leaning into that, always find us.
mm-hmm.
You know the situation I was in, Maria, the
Yes,
from Baltimore.
yes.
Well, but I tell you what, though, it taught me a very valuable lesson that I too can eat from the wrong tree. See, sometimes when we're so spiritual,
Right.
sometimes we think we can't be deceived because God's going to show me, I'm going to know. I did not know. I didn't.
Hmm.
The man had a whole different life.
Wow.
Mhm.
Deception. I don't know how they do
That
it.
just I
How do you
can't.
keep up with
Yeah,
all the
that's just
lies? How do you keep up with all the lies, man?
exactly like how. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know why. And then people think you can't get over them, baby. I have a solution. I can get over anything.
Right?
Yep. Real quick.
Quick. You just
Real
got to
quick.
say to yourself. And it's not to say the shit don't hurt. Yes, it does hurt. But we don't subcontract power to any human being over us. And you
Right.
just train
You
yourself
guys
to
get up and
Mm-hmm.
keep moving forward, you know?
Mm-hmm.
have to. And you have to know that your person is out there. And I think a lot of times when we're not looking for something, it typically comes to you. That's what
Yeah.
I've found. I've met the most amazing people when I wasn't looking for them. It necessarily wasn't a love match, but it taught me about myself,
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
what I want in a relationship, and how I want to be treated, how I want to feel. And they are thoughtful and stuff like that. Like before, which I thought I didn't need certain things. But
Mm-hmm.
as I myself heal, I'm like, oh, I want this. I want to
Yeah.
be able to be soft with somebody and be
Right.
vulnerable versus
Right.
being hard ass constantly. So no,
Right.
you know.
We want to be in our feminine where
Thank
we
you.
feel safe and we can actually let them take care of us.
Now this is funny. David says your love is like a cold. I'll get over it. Hell yes, yes.
Yep.
That's the thing. The reason why people don't get over people is because we don't allow ourselves to sit in uncomfortable spaces or sit in an emotion that we not comfortable with. So what we do, we go and get under somebody to get over somebody. That shit don't work.
You can't do that. Yeah, you have to heal, and then you have to look within. Like, what is it with me that I accepted that? What was it with me that I was even like dumb enough to fall for your B? Your
Right.
BS?
Well, I don't
How
think it's dumb inexperience because the things that you learn from those lessons you apply to your life now.
Very
Because when
true.
we first
Yes.
started in high
Yeah.
school and all, you really didn't know anything about dating. There is no class. There's no class about dating. There's no class about
Right.
raising kids. There's no class about marriage. We
Right.
don't have training for that. It's like you kind of learn along the way. Like I
Yeah.
had I have dated a guy that has been sentenced. I need to write my own dang gone book. That was
Oh,
sentenced
girl,
to
write
death,
it,
and
Felicia.
that was on
Write it.
death row, and he's dead now.
Oh,
They
girl.
killed
Write
Oh
Yeah,
your
I
book.
had a
wow.
full
Look,
life
I need to
before
practice what
my
I preach.
husband.
Write a book, girl.
Oh my God. I'm so
Wow.
Yeah,
Felicia.
I had a full life, complete life. That's why I said my husband is the love of my life because I dated,
right.
everything. I feel
Mhm.
like I dated everything. But I dated it in innocence. Like at the time, I was in a lot of innocence, and I did not realize how much danger I put myself in
You
with some of
actually
those
in.
people.
That just means the Lord had you covered completely. You were
He
covered
had
Correct.
me
from the crown of
completely
your
covered.
head to the soles of your feet. Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah, because now some of the stuff that I did then, I was like, oh heck no, you know, I
I
would never
know,
even
right?
think about it,
You're
huh?
like, I would never want my daughters to do that. Like,
No, no,
don't do that. I did that. Don't do that.
right? Don't.
I mean, but have you ever thought about like sometimes you went to a person's house and then you say to yourself, how the hell did I go to this house? And you regret it when you go to a man's. I've done that before. I went to a guy's house. I didn't know very well. And I felt comfortable initially until I went to his house, y'all. And then I was like, oh, fuck. And I'm thinking about all the ways about how I'm going to stab this nigga in his thigh if he touches me.
I'm gonna get out. I have done that before. I have done that and thought to myself, he could kill me, stuff me in the closet, and no one would know. Why did I do this?
Oh, God.
This guy, I had this guy that I thought was a good guy naturally by his position. And if I told you his position, you'd be like, well, it nothing for me to fear, So he took me home. He took me to my house. And because I had my own apartment at the time, he took me to my apartment. I was in college and I was like, okay, I said, how like you get home, you have to go to the bathroom. I was like, let me run to the bathroom because we were gonna do something. We were gonna go bar hopping. Back then, that was a big thing in college to go bar hopping. So we went out to dinner. We were gonna go bar hopping. I said, here, let me go to the bathroom and change. So I changed and went to the bathroom. He might have thought I said get into something more comfortable because when I came out of the bathroom, he was completely naked.
No,
Very scary.
What?
Completely. And I was like, whoa, you gotta go. You gotta get out of here.
dang.
Yeah. And this
So
was like a person that was very, very, very fluent in the community. And I never would have thought this person would have done that. Very affluent.
Wow.
Yeah, I've learned not to put nothing past nobody.
No.
What did Ice Cube tell us? Rule number 1: don't trust nobody. No.
That's right.
When I was 21 years old, we went to a club, me and my girlfriend, and I met this guy. He was so nice. And he said, hey, come back to my apartment. I have some CDs that I produce. I make CDs.
Oh, hell.
And I told her, I said, hey, he's gonna take me home. I'm gonna go to his apartment. So I went with him to his apartment. And as I was sitting there, I thought to myself, he is going to kill me. And he went to the closet and he brought out all these CDs. And I was like, oh, okay. So he's like, you want to listen? I was like, sure. But it's getting late. I really need to get back to my dorm room. I can't have missed. But he took me back. But I thought to myself, that was so stupid. He could have killed me.
No, I know. I was fresh from Africa. Right. I was fresh from the boat, girl. And this man, I think it was my English class, and he was like, he took me to, what's his restaurant? Grandy's. Okay, we came cool in class. We went to Grandy's, and then he's like, hey, come to my house, y'all. He was ex-military as well. He probably was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool.
Most of them are from
I
there.
entered his house. My gut said, take your ass out. Y'all, I refused. I know he thought I was crazy. I refused to get in that house. I was like, nah, I need to go back to school. Nah, because you'll know, if you know me, you'll know. If I feel a certain way, I'm going to fuck your ass up. We're going to
stabbing you in your neck.
Especially back then, we were going to fight. And I was fresh off the boat, and I felt unsafe. And I didn't feel unsafe until that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened to my gut.
I
was like,
yeah. I felt uncomfortable when I was sitting on his couch. Like,
think how uncomfortable I felt.
Girl,
He's walking out. He's completely naked. I'm like,
butt out naked, and he was like, "Oh, baby, what's up? What's up, baby? What's up?" I'm like, "No, that is not it. You need to get dressed." And he was like mad and cussing me out. I was like, I don't ever want to again, ever, never, ever, never, ever, ever.
Oh my God!
But when I think about it, he could have attacked me. He was like 6'3". He could have attacked me.
He could have attacked you. Yep, he could have raped you right there.
Yeah,
he could have.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh my gosh! Crazy. Have you guys ever dated the opposite, like white guys? Have you guys dated outside your race?
One.
Well,
really wasn't a date.
Y'all, I forgive Maria is Mexican. I think she's black. No, I forget. My bad. Yes,
Everybody forgets.
yes,
Like I forget you're Mexican.
I do. God, my bad.
I don't take
Yeah,
offense. You know that, right? I don't.
I know. That's why I'm like, damn. Oh yeah, she never.
Mm-mm.
You never?
One in
How?
high school,
Okay.
he was I don't know if he counts. He was Mexican.
Yes, that counts.
That's like crazy. Come
What about
on.
have you dated outside your race?
You mean? Yes. High school. Also, when I was in my 20s, I dated a Hispanic guy, but that did not last long. That lasted for like 6 months. He was what people call now love bombing, and it was too much. It was like too much.
Yeah,
That's stop.
It was too
That's
much.
stop. I love you. I love you. I love you. No, you
Yeah, it
know,
was too
literally,
much. Too
really cute.
fast. Too much.
Yeah,
Too
I don't
it
fast.
was
like
a lot. I wasn't
It's too
used to
much.
that, and I was in
And
high
I was
school.
just, yeah. I was like, I can't. No, I
Yeah.
can't. No,
yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
want
like
to
it
date
when
you
they
anymore.
it's too much. Don't come out too much too strong. Like if I
Yeah,
like
it
you,
means too much.
you will know if I like you, and then then you can reciprocate it. But don't come on just like. And then I don't like it when they keep talking about how you look. Just that's the only thing they talk about. That's the only thing. And then when you start talking and think, oh, you're not dumb. Yes, baby, I'm not stupid. And you're not gonna like me after a while because I talk too much and I know that. I didn't know that, but I went on a date with this Caucasian man. Yeah, it was like I was in a different world. I kept looking and thinking, like it's like apples and oranges. Now, I'm not to say that I couldn't go on a date with the white man and it'd be amazing. I'm sure, but it just felt like we were in just two different worlds.
He
It
just
was,
wasn't type.
I guess so. And then
Yeah,
another one, he said, I have a question. I said, sure. What's the question? Do all black women taste like berries? But sir, what? What?
I
That
would have
last.
been naughty and blocked him.
right.
And then I also thought Jesus sent him because he was fine.
Mm.
He was fine. I thought the Lord was looking out for his girl, but he did look out because I was like, yeah, that was not.
I would have said, yes, we
I
do.
have
I would have
no
said, yes,
word.
we do. Block. Yes, and block.
Mm-hmm.
But and before that, I said, oh, I want to date a pastor. No, I do not want to date any pastors. Thank you. May the Lord bless and keep you. You ain't for me. Because it's
No.
just, it seems like my experience is like, it's just, they're the worst. I don't know why, y'all. You're the worst, guys.
I don't know. It make it better. You don't know. You don't know what's
They
in
still a
store.
man. They were a man first.
Say that again, Kim. Do I not?
You don't know what's in store. You don't know what's coming down the road. So don't
I
be like,
I
don't
don't
be,
know, Kim. The experience I've had now with the evangelicals child, it just has not been. Honestly, it has not been like what I thought it would be. But I also feel like I'm in a different space where I don't want to live, breathe, and move ministry anymore. Yes, I still am in ministry, and that's my passion, and that's what I'm called to do. But I've now come into a place of balance where I know I can't be somebody's first lady. Okay, you'll have no church because I'm not sitting there like I say, I don't. It's not I'm not that way.
no, you're not.
Running from ear hole to asshole, and you crying on my shoulder 24/7. Hey, it's difficult. I don't think
That's a calling. It's a calling. It's
it's a
definitely.
calling.
I
That's
actually knew several pastors' wives.
I'll
One
run.
of them was a hoe. When I was in high school,
Oh,
college,
wait, was it
changed his
reformed
pastor.
hoe or was it
No,
current?
it wasn't me. She was a hoe. We
No,
were
I
in
know
college.
reformed hoe or current hoe. Or she used to be a hoe.
Oh yeah, she used to be a hoe big time.
Oh,
Yeah, she was a hoe. But yeah, she married a pastor and she lay hands on people now.
yeah.
From getting hands put on to putting hands on.
Oh yeah, baby. You know, it is what it is.
Eric said, "Whoa." I mean, Yeah, they be off the chain though. But sometimes I tend to think though that some, and I've heard white men say this, like they'll go after black women that are either they look a certain way because they want to be with the black woman, but they don't want you to be too black. Just be black enough. That shit is irritating, and I'll tell you that straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little black.
You just want a person to love you for who you are, you know?
Right.
Black,
Yeah.
white, green, purple, yellow,
They-
whatever. It don't matter.
Oh. Woo, that's funny. You talking about your pastor friend.
Oh, baby. I'm telling y'all, Felicia had a full life. And I'll tell anybody, you need to have you a full life, baby.
Yeah, we are. Woo, that is funny.
I knew I was friends with the girl that slept with the man before he got the day of his wedding. I was there when she did it. I was the lookout. Full life. I need to write a book. I really do.
Yes, too.
I'm thinking how boring I am because I haven't done shit, and I'm okay with that. There's a lot of things I'm okay with not having done, but damn.
Yeah, I was actually the lookout. I had an interesting life. Very interesting. It's like I left home and my life just went from 0 to 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I was being so green that all this stuff was happening. I didn't know how crazy it really was. Like, this is crazy. But yeah, it's a lot of crazy stuff. A lot of crazy stuff.
Guys, it is after 8 o'clock. I've enjoyed this. I didn't realize that because we could talk about these ninjas all night, right?
Girl.
Without saying names. Some people I'm gonna tell those names because they were that trash. Some of you are telling it. Not today though. Not today.
We don't kiss and tell. We don't name
Nah,
names.
some people deserve to be kissed and told.
No, nobody deserves. Everybody has a past. Nobody deserves to have to relive their past.
Nah, especially if you're a person that was in a position and you had a wife and you came at me, I'm telling everybody. I'm telling it. Nah, I'm not. Because you know what? Like, they won't believe me no way. Because I'm gonna look crazy. No.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, guys, I will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. It was nice.
Bye.
Maria's nice meeting you.